Published 0249 EDT, the 16th of August 2017. Updated 0400 EDT, the 16th of August 2017. All Blacks star Aaron Smith had been having a sordid affair with a lawyer for 2 years before they were caught having sex in the disabled toilet of an airport before a rugby test match. Daily Mail Australia can reveal the rugby player begged her for sex in parks before being rejected, for good luck sex before games, and demanded sexy photos in the months before the pair were sprung at Christchurch Airport as Smith was due to fly out for a test match in South Africa. The salacious Facebook messages obtained by Daily Mail Australia show Smith proposing their toilet liaison, asking for a special toilet saying the pair had to be sneaky as his all-black teammates were nearby. Smith's partner Tegan Vujkovic, pictured, has stood by him throughout the scandal. Aaron Smith issued a tearful apology after being caught having sex in an airport bathroom. The mystery woman, pictured, says New Zealand rugby has a misogynist attitude. Smith asks the woman for a quick good luck FNS before an All Blacks game. Smith messaged the women asking her to meet him for sex at a park near his house. Smith first messaged the woman in 2014, saying he felt like a creep for reaching out. The messages show that the halfback lied to his all-black bosses about what really happened between him and the woman, and that the player tried to get the woman to sign a false affidavit to go along with his fabricated version of events, a request she refused. Smith was suspended by the All Blacks and issued a tearful apology after being caught following an incident in a toilet cubicle at Christchurch Airport in New Zealand just before he was due to jump on a plane for South Africa with the team last October. The star halfback is in Sydney with his all-black teammates preparing for the opening test of the Bledisloe Cup series against the Wallabies at NZ Stadium on Saturday. At the time, a visibly shaken Smith said he had made a huge mistake, a huge error in judgment, and All Blacks management decided to send him home from South Africa and suspend him for 1 game as punishment. Smith, pictured against the British and Irish Lions, is one of World Rugby's best halfbacks. Smith asks for a good luck drive the night before his 50th test for the All Blacks. Messages show Smith proposing the bathroom meeting, suggesting a special toilet. Smith told the woman he had lied to his partner Ms. Vujkovic, pictured, about the toilet tryst. However, Daily Mail Australia has now obtained messages between the pair showing that it wasn't a one-off, but part of an ongoing relationship. The messages also show that Smith lied to All Blacks coach Steve Hansen and the public about what happened in the disabled toilet cubicle. The woman, who Daily Mail Australia has agreed not to name, claimed she first became intimate with Smith in 2014, and that when the story first broke he pressured her to lie about what had happened, even asking her to sign a false affidavit saying they didn't have sex. After All Blacks coach Steve Hansen was notified of the scandal, Smith asked the woman to lie, calling the woman baby. He tells her to stop freaking and delete messages between the two. This was not some quick hookup. I had been seeing Aaron on and off for years before he met his current girlfriend, the woman said. Her and Smith continued to see each other, but Smith did not make it clear that he had a girlfriend, the woman claims. Messages show the player initiating their bathroom meeting, suggesting a special toilet and saying the pair had to be sneaky as other All Blacks were around. Smith asks the woman to lie about what happened, and for her to sign a false statement. Smith runs through a game plan with the woman as he seeks to limit the public relations fallout after footage of the pair leaving the toilet was leaked to the media. Smith frantically messaged the woman to get her on side with his version of events. He asked me to go along with his story, which he had told both his girlfriend and his management. He had said that I saw him at the airport and I asked him to talk in the bathroom about my boyfriend, but I didn't have a boyfriend at that time. That was just something he had made up, the woman said. The woman claims Smith told her that he had relayed a false story about her performing oral sex on him before he became flustered and backed out to his partner Tegan Vujkovic and All Blacks management, and asked her sign an affidavit saying they didn't have sex as it would save him heaps. Smith pressures the woman into signing a false affidavit saying the pair didn't have sex after his tearful apology. Smith messages the woman to say attention should die down a bit. Ms. Vujkovic has stood by Smith throughout the scandal. Obviously that's not what happened at all, the woman said. When we got caught he lied about what had happened and asked me to stick to the story he had told his new girlfriend and coach, which essentially put the blame on me. He just told me if anyone asks to say nothing, but if I have to then to just go along with that story, which I wasn't happy about because it made me look like more easily attainable than what I am. Smith asks the woman to not comment to the media, as he just wants this to go off. At that point I said if you're going to say that then just leave me out of it, which he promised he had done, but he hasn't. No one knows the truth. In the messages, Smith asks the woman to give him a good luck FK and suck, before she asks if he has a girlfriend, to which he replies no. Smith also asks the woman for a photo of herself, to which she replies but you have a girlfriend. Calling the woman hun and baby, Smith says the woman needs to agree with him. Smith asks her if they will have secret fun, while also asking her to meet him in a park near his house. Messages between Smith and the woman also show that he met her the night before his 50th test for the All Blacks in Dunedin last year, organizing a covert rendezvous away from the team hotel so he wouldn't be snapped. After they meet, Smith says he owes the woman, while she says she hopes he doesn't get in trouble with Skip All Blacks captain Kieran Reid for leaving the team hotel at night. The woman tells Smith she feels so bad she wants to cry, while Smith tells her to make best. The woman said fallout from the ordeal has taken a mammoth toll on her. It's just really frustrating. At the time I was hounded by the media, and on social media everyone was commenting, calling me a whore and this and that. It appeared like I was something I wasn't. Without anyone knowing who I was or what had happened, I was called a whore, a homewrecker and a dumb bee online, while at the same time the New Zealand public showed support for Smith, telling him he is still their hero. I've been made out to be the one that was pursuing him as if it was a one-off incident when in actual fact it was the other way round. After issuing a public apology, Smith said that most of New Zealand are over the scandal. There are stories written about how the Highlanders are all backing Smith and they support him, but when it comes to me I'm like the villain. I was definitely the scapegoat so that he could get out of it. He threw me under the bus to try and save his own career. The impact of that fateful bathroom liaison still lingers for the woman, who now claims management from Smith's Super Rugby side, the Highlanders, don't want her to train at the same gym as some of their players. Smith tells the woman to stop freaking, and again relays the fake story he made up. Highlanders management have said to the gym staff that they're not happy that I trained there because I was the girl that was involved, and that I might target other players. I have no intention of targeting any other players. It's kind of a slap in the face because as you can see by those messages it was Aaron that targeted me, and he was the one that started this whole thing years ago. It's unprofessional and so inappropriate to make any comments to anyone at my gym. Highlanders chief executive Roger Clark told Daily Mail Australia no representative of the club had requested the woman not to use the gym, but he couldn't speak for individual players. It's not true. Definitely not. As far as the players are concerned, you'd have to ask them individually. All I can answer for is the Highlanders Rugby Club, and from the Highlanders Rugby Club, we haven't spoken to the gym about any individual or anything for that matter. He tells the woman to lay low and keep quiet, saying I can trust you, no talking at all. The woman said she contacted Smith's manager Warren Alcock a few weeks ago asking to resolve the issue in private, but was told to wait until the end of the British and Irish Lions tour of New Zealand. I agreed to give him a few weeks' grace, but instead of addressing it, Aaron was seen holidaying in Fiji with his partner. Lawyers for the woman sent a letter to New Zealand rugby boss Steve Dew, Highlanders chief executive Roger Clark and Smith's powerful agent Warren Alcock last week asking for Smith to make a public statement, but that letter had yet to receive a reply. Now they do know the truth and they haven't acknowledged it. Smith says he will take the light to his grave, while asking her twice to delete the message. New Zealand Rugby is a really big organization with a lot of power, but they're not about doing what's right. If they can cover this up, they will. This is no longer an issue of a player having an affair. This is now a much wider and more serious issue of the sexist rugby culture New Zealand has demonstrated. It's clear that New Zealand has a serious problem with its rugby culture and misogynist attitude. The All Blacks, New Zealand Rugby and Warren Alcock have been contacted by Daily Mail Australia for comment.